Hi there, welcome to SquarePet Nutrition. My name is Travis Atkins. I'm a veterinarian as well as one of the co-founders of SquarePet, and I'd like to introduce you to VFS, or Veterinary Formulated Solutions, and in particular our Skin and Digestive Support diet. Before I dig in too deep, I want to give a little background on why we created VFS to start with, and it largely has to do with identifying certain veterinary prescription diets that are 100% complete and balanced, can be fed to any adult dog, therefore raising the question why the need for a prescription. And so in addition to identifying these diets, we decided to apply our SquarePet nutritional philosophy to them, which only allows us to use high quality ingredients. So you won't find us using things like powdered cellulose, dried bee pulp, or any artificial preservative ingredients. We also decided to offer these at a much more reasonable price point when compared to some of these veterinary prescription diets. So it's these two factors we feel provide a very unique resource for independent pet, essentially providing another tool in the toolbox when it comes to nutritionally based solutions for our dogs. What are hydrolyzed diets typically indicated for? Well, in veterinary clinics, they're typically directed at dogs that may have food sensitivities or possibly food allergies. Sometimes they're used for dogs that have GI issues, such as IBD or inflammatory bowel disease, but predominantly they're directed at dogs that have food allergies. So the overall question, what exactly is hydrolyzed? So this might be an oversimplified example, but let's pretend that each individual amino acid is represented by a Lego piece. And we were all taught in school that amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. And so if we take individual Lego pieces and we start stacking them on top of each other to form small Lego towers, that can represent a peptide, or essentially a small protein piece. And then we take that peptide and we join those together, we form intact proteins. And so for this example, that intact protein is supposed to represent pork meat. The process of hydrolysis involves water, the hydro part of hydrolysis, so water, time, and temperature to naturally break down that intact protein into those small free Lego pieces or amino acids, as well as a few peptide pieces or small protein pieces. What is the overall benefit to providing a hydrolyzed diet? Well, if a dog has a true food allergy and it ingests an intact protein, that large clunky protein bounces around in the GI system and more readily binds to the receptors within the GI system. And once it binds, it sends a cascade of inflammatory reactions, which are essentially an allergic reaction, which manifests in those clinical signs that we see. So the itchy skin, the ear infections, or the hot spots. But if we provide a hydrolyzed diet that is comprised of those small individual amino acids or individual Lego pieces, those smaller pieces don't readily bind to those receptors within the GI system, therefore essentially evading the immune system and not causing an allergic reaction. And so that's overall the benefit to providing a hydrolyzed diet. Who is the customer for a hydrolyzed diet? Well, certainly any customer whose dog has been recommended by their veterinarian to try a hydrolyzed diet can be a candidate, or possibly a dog that's been on an elimination diet trial or has tried several limited ingredient diets but is still showing the allergic, essentially signs of a food allergy, or anyone whose owner believes that their dog has a food allergy can be a candidate for a hydrolyzed protein diet. It's 100% complete and balanced and can be fed to any adult dog. So I want to thank you for your time. That was a quick overview of VFS Skin and Digestive Support. If you should have any questions, please feel free to email me, or please feel free to give me a call at either one of those numbers. Thank you again.